Okay. And so you said this is in Colombia, right? This is where you're at right now?
Yeah, it was these guys have a center about an hour north of Medellin.
Got it. And so was it like a small group? Is there a lot of other random people that get joined into the equation?
Yeah, there's about 15 people. There was an 18-year-old just out of high school all the way up to, the person who hosted it, his mother partook. It was her fifth ceremony. She's 60 something. They're actually Canadian and he's been here for 10 years. He's got a wife and a kid. There's about 15 of us. And the advice they give is no matter what anyone else is going through, like we're paying attention to them, try your best to focus on your process.
Right.
As much as it might be your impetus to help your spouse or your kid, whoever's here, everyone needs to go through their own process. That's instrumentally important. And it's what happens in life, regardless of how much you try and help people, you're influencing their process that they may or not need to go to, right? It's like the idea of the helicopter parent or the spoiled kid or whatever, like it's obviously going to impact their own growth. And so, yes, there are other people there. You might actually interact with them in a cool way. I interacted with a lot of people in some very beautiful moments where we supported each other in certain ways. But yeah, there's about 15-ish people. You want enough space so you can lie. Everyone's mostly lying down, especially the night ceremonies. You're not sleeping. You're just kind of working through what you're working through. In the day, you might be more like walking around. And then they'll have people playing indigenous songs, ayahuasca songs that have been played for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Actually, in the fourth ceremony, I was listening to it. I was really into it. And I just saw an extra guitar and I just grabbed it and figured it out and joined them. And then I hopped on the big drum. I don't really know if I was supposed to do that, but I've never felt the music. As someone who improvises and feels like, yeah, I'm in the music, I've never felt it more alive. Like it was really, songs were alive. It was amazing.
You're a musician. That was your musician side kicking in, and you can hardly contain yourself at that point.
I had to do it.
So as a side question, I know you brought it up where this sort of feels like it's pulling the veil from in front of you and allowing you to see essentially really what life is about, what matters, and what is your purpose here. What is your purpose in this life?
So at my core, I love people. I really do love people. And I grew up in a setting, as you know, where I don't know if I'd call it strict, but there were a lot of parameters that persuaded your worldview. That's what I see in the political climate and the climate of the world today. But I have empathy for it because it was me and is a lot of people I know and probably still is me in ways I can't see, right? Like I probably have blinders. Of course I do. And so I have a lot of empathy. So in a world where it's so extreme and you're not allowed to be wrong anymore, it's very hard to be allowed to be. If you're wrong, you're a bigot or a snowflake or whatever, right?
Sure.
I think my purpose is to hold space for people to heal and help them feel like it's okay to grow. Truly, when it feels risky, when it feels scary, when we're in a risk-averse world, I really think that and to lead in that. I was a leader always, pretty much growing up. And when I left the church setting I was in, I essentially rejected that because it felt like my neck was out too much and it sucked. It sucked. I was taken advantage of quite a bit in my willingness to help. I was, your neck is stuck out. You get stabbed in the fucking neck a lot when you stick it out. It was unthanked. I was alone. I was isolated and it was hard. And so when I left that setting, I was like, I'm just going to do me and enjoy me. And as I interact with people on a one-on-one level, I want to obviously still hold space and all that. That's a skill I've grown. But through the experience, I reawakened the call for me to lead. And I think everyone has a role in this world, none better than the other, in my personal opinion. So I don't say this with any level of like elitism or anything like that, but
pride.
I feel like my life has prepared me to be a leader that hopefully to carry a level of alpha energy that hopefully is safe and that people can trust and that is not hungry with power. Although I must check myself, even just today, I found myself like, man, am I going to make enough money to blah, blah, blah? I'm like, dude, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't let that grab you, even though
Yeah.
everyone's around you is grabbing for it. And so I really think that is my role, is to lead in the ability to create a safe, masculine energy that avoid toxicity, although I'm sure I'll slip into that, that creates a safe space for people to heal, like a Simba energy. Like, we need to get rid of this shit. Simba had to go through what he had to go through to be Simba. We need to get rid of this shit so people can be who they are and can figure it out and not be condemned. And there's not tyranny in the land. I don't know to what extent, but that's what I feel called to, is to be a person and a man that holds space for people of all kinds to heal and be honest in who they am and grow in the way that they truly need to, that's going to truly help them. I feel like that strongly is my calling. And at least at this point, it's time for me to fucking step into it, where I've been avoiding it at a subconscious level.
And so, what are you doing right now that you think it's leading you in that direction, or have you yet to get to that point?
So I'm someone that believes heavily in the means rather than the ends, which is maybe why I'm drawn to anarchy, because there's no utopia society you're supposedly constructing. It's about more like, these are the means and the principles that we want to prioritize. And then the society that comes from that is the society that we want to have, because we're focusing on the means. So I believe that in the same sense of this, like, I'm not gaming to be the CEO of a company or to be this political figure or to be some big cultural icon or anything like that. That's not really my aim. My aim is in my interactions and in my groups and in my communities to carry that energy wherever I am, and to, when I see the need that I know, not just that I can meet, because anyone can meet so many needs. That's one of the tough things about life, is what do I pick when I have all these options? But when I see a need that I know this is where you are meant to be, to step into it. And that's hard, because we like forcing ourselves into roles we think are better. Yeah. So like, some people force themselves into leadership because they think it's better than something else. It's not, trust me. And it's not fun. Like, I liked doing whatever I wanted to do for the last 4 years and just living autonomously. Like, I really would prefer that life. And I actually think there's, in a lot of cases, more merit to that can be helpful in a lot of ways. But that's what it is now. So I'm practicing that in every interaction and in every situation where it seems appropriate to hold that space, group or one-on-one environments. I'm not really a part of a culture that is mine. I'm visiting a culture here. And so I do have a community where I've been able to hold that space a bit for some people, but coming home will be a great opportunity, I think, to, I didn't protest here. This is not my fight. This is not my voice. I support the people, right. Their government's really, really, really screwing them over here. But I'm coming home to the people of my home that I care about, that I love, that I know. Not that I love them more than other people, but
right.
You take care of your own, not at the expense of others, right? Like, not because your own are better than others or are more valuable than others, but because they're yours.
All right, thanks for watching this clip from Appropriate Culture. If you want to watch the full episode, go ahead and check out us at appropriateculture.com. You can also check us out on social media platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.